like I see in that. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad.
Okay, so I usually don't use the microphone for commentary on football games, so I won't use it obviously for the football game, but I will I'm going to be finishing up with the point scores that you'll be seeing on Instagram or Facebook. Well, you'll see them on Instagram if you follow my Instagram. But other than that, I don't usually do any commentary while on the football game aspects, because it's just kind of like the commentators are doing the commentating, for you. So, that being said, how's everybody doing? And I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Well, not. I gotta finish up some.
Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man.
Scoring, which the Patriots fall to the New York Giants, 31-24. However, in real life, that doesn't happen. So, the Cardinals lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers, 29-28. The Baltimore Ravens, 34-17 against the 49ers. Lions 28-20 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is the team that we're going to be facing today. The Redskins go to the Packers and beat the Packers in overtime. So let's do that real quick. Now, shout out to the Packer fans. They did beat my team, which is the Seattle Seahawks, and they advanced to the the NFC round of the playoffs, and we'll be getting to see if they go to the Super Bowl or not. So, honestly, rather have the Packers in the Super Bowl than fucking, Alright. San Francisco 49ers, for obvious reasons. I am actually still kind of upset about a particular play on the Packers thing, and they say it's not they say it's a first down, but it is. I don't believe it is. So they just gave the Packers that one, which most of the Seahawks Packers is ending controversy, which is alright. It's nothing too terrible. And the Vikings beat the Kansas City Chiefs 24-21. The LA Rams beat the Panthers 38-17. Oakland Raiders managed to eke out a victory 27-24. And the Miami Dolphins fall to the Dallas Cowboys 31 to 24.
I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds.
The Chicago Bears beat the Chicago Bears beat the LA Chargers 30-28.
No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and
Okay. The New York Jets fall to the Buffalo Bills 35-28. And the Saints fall to the Atlanta Falcons 28-9. And the Seattle Seahawks, we did a recording of that football game, and the Seahawks won 28-21. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get this out too.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Mama watching television, telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, text and prayer hands up the message.
Okay.
No, I've been blessed. I've been seeing
And then
yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body. Say the man got me. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? All in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One might extensions, I don't look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, losing power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me,
Alright, so it is time for the football game, and I would like you guys to drop your predictions at this particular point in time. But now it's time to start our football game, and I have managed to beat these guys 3 times straight in Madden 17, which I've beaten them before on Madden 19, which I beat them twice on Madden 17, I believe, and then beat them once on Madden 19. So we are going to check this out and whatnot. And we're going to actually do this whatnot. We're going to actually get the commentary whatnot. Search to do.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, slip.
We faced the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and let's see how this goes. Watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep in our rating. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over baby. Put the bread on me, that on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, one in the hand.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's get you over to Raymond James Stadium for the home opener. On the call, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a minute ago, it was Jameis Winston leading his Buccaneers out of the tunnel. They're on their feet here in Tampa as the Bucs get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Winston. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Ready, flag 22.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Barkevius Mingo in that time on the tackle. This is how the defense will line up for Seattle. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
On 3rd down, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
We talk so much about how coaches script things, especially on offense, to start a season, to start a game, whatever it is. Could they have scripted a better start in terms of playing? Offensive player of the week in the NFC, and his team won their season opener.
Absolutely. Perfect start to the year, but all the talk was, hey, that was week 1. Now we got to move forward.
Let's do it again in week 2. That's what he's told his teammates.
Forced out to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Play action. It's Wilson rolling to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They go play action now. Wilson, flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught at the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 52 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again here. Wilson. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down. This is what the defense is going to look like for Tampa Bay. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, Wilson on the move to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of that, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ready? Move ready. Where's that? Where's that?
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
4 down. Ready? White 25. Where's that?
The give is to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight 1st down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready? Move ready.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to air this. He's got a man, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now it's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. A look up to the scoreboard as time has run out on this first quarter. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Noah spins. Able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Flushed out right. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A beautiful fake. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Now Jameis on second down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and 10. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now,
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
And And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season.
Stay in there. Ready. Black 22.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. Third down here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now Wilson on second down. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure he's got...
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Bucs on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready. Black 22.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Tavecchio puts this one through. But wait up now. A flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, and it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys have the lead as we get back over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa and rejoin Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out to kick is Janikowski. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a second down throw for Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Jameis now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall effort.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and he returns it into enemy territory.
That is the way to go. That's the way to go.
45-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And there's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle.
And we got ourselves a touchdown, boys.
Doug Baldwin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Out to kick is Janikowski. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They go play action here on first down. And his pass incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought
Personal
down.
foul.
That's a face mask.
Face mask.
Certainly looked like it.
15-yard
Here
penalty.
come the flags.
Face mask.
Automatic first down.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face
Automatic
mask.
first down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
The first down throw for Winston. Incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. A second down throw for Winston. His throw caught. What about the foul? And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's
I feel like an idiot because I should have recognized that play too, and my uncle was just like behind me in a chair, and he gave me the bag that my card was in. I lost my card earlier today.
So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
Ready. Blue Whitey.
Jameis again. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Fielded about a yard deep. Here's Russell Wilson in the
I kind of thought that
now,
particular
the
two-point conversion play was actually pretty smart. It was just the fact that my defense was in a particular play.
Always seeking from the guy taking the snaps is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 66 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one in the ball.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
in the receiver's hands in the end zone for the score. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out to kick is
I would like
Janikowski.
to give a shout out to the people that are watching. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad to see that you're watching.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. Winston now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
Ready.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue ready. Where's that up? Where's that up?
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to let this go. And that is intercepted on the sideline.
That hurts my eyes.
They'll say no.
Ooh,
It was caught out
hold
of
on,
bounds.
hold on,
So
hold
this
on.
is just an incompletion here.
We need to relook at that. Relook at that. If only. Oh, shit. Okay, where's Earl Thomas? Where's Earl Thomas? Alright. Okay. Alright, so Winston overthrew that. He's trying to get to Jackson? Yeah. He's trying to get to Jackson. And lucky right there. That is lucky.
The lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Winston, very lucky. I'm so sorry.
Ready. Black 22. That.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On third down, Winston. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to...
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And this is blocked.
Remember last time whenever it was a penalty? Oh, I'm so sorry. Doesn't that shit hurt whenever it happens twice?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Doug Baldwin and company getting ready to go again on
honestly
offense.
think that would have been smart.
Seems
to go
like
for
the measuring stick
but,
for receiver for a great game.
It's
is
kind of
100
clear
yards.
that they're not really
He's
doing
well
much
past
on
that
offense.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really
Come on,
receiver.
Russ. We love you too much to do that shit
Under
to us.
4 to go now as they come up on second down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Forced out to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point.
Shiza. No. That's his knees.
That's his knees. To the 30-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular.
Interception for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
A win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Following the interception, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him
right
up.
Back
First
at
and
you.
goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Out to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. His guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second, I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. To throw, Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line.
Okay, this number hurts me as a Seahawks fan because this is the final score that the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers had.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing is Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. So they took a shot on 1st down, but could.
We are throwing the challenge flag for the very first time in the 2019-2020 season.
Downs like that first down there need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And I lost the challenge.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. Wilson dancing to his left. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle.
Okay.
Doug Baldwin.
I'll take that.
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ready. Away.
From the gun, Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a 1st down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, Winston. A dump underneath to Jones. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Clock running. The Bucs trying to go quickly and get set. Now Jameis on second down. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. He hits Baldwin right side. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Carson. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Carson. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line.
So as of right now, the final
score
will
if
be
you call a pass play here,
35-23
we're going to call Run
Seattle
We've got
Seahawks.
control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers fall to 0-2, and the Seattle Seahawks.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
2-0.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Still first down.
The Seahawks were the most penalized team in the NFL last year, more than 9 a game, and now they've got 1st and 15. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game?
That was kind of
like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
408 yards passing.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.
2 takeaways
and they'll
for
get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.
All right, so let's see what we got doing with the other teams, whatnot. Excuse me.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Okay, All right. Colts 27-10 against the Saints. Falcons and the Texans 33. Houston to the Atlanta's 0. Cincinnati Bengals at Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh beats the Cincinnati Bengals 28-21. The Cleveland Browns amazingly beats the Baltimore Ravens 38-7. Detroit Lions beat the Cowboys 24-14. The Miami Dolphins 21-6. The Seattle Seahawks beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 35-23. We just did that game. The Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings went at it with a 31-28 for the Washington Redskins. And the Chargers went to Tennessee and beat them 13-7. Did not need overtime. Jacksonville lost to the Oakland Raiders 17-14, with the Raiders coming back 17 points in the fourth quarter. The Green Bay Packers beat the Chicago Bears 35-28. The Philadelphia Eagles beat the New York Giants 20-14. The Rams beat the Arizona Cardinals 31-3. The Patriots beat the Buffalo Bills 35-27. The Panthers beat the 49ers 22-9. Chiefs at Broncos. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Chiefs 34-17 of the Denver Broncos. And that is the end of it. Thank you for tuning in, you guys.